Most people think the risk with AI is that it makes mistakes, but that's not the real problem. The real problem is what happens when you stop tracking how the work evolves. Because once AI becomes a delegate, you're no longer doing the work, you're trusting the process, and that's where the risk begins. Context. There's a growing shift in how AI is being used, not just for single tasks, but for ongoing workflows. Documents get edited, refined, expanded, again and again, and research is starting to show something important. The system doesn't fail all at once. It drifts, small inconsistencies that accumulate over time until the final output is no longer fully reliable. Personal experiences. This isn't theoretical. You can observe this behavior directly once you start pushing AI beyond single-step tasks. Experience 1. Document drift. For example, I tested using AI to build a structured white paper in a document format. At first, everything looked consistent, but after a few iterations, something subtle started happening. Entire sections would disappear. Earlier sections would come back, but in their original, incorrect form, as if the system had lost track of the document's evolution. Even when I kept everything in a single, continuous thread, preserving full context, the behavior didn't change. The document wasn't failing, it was drifting. Experience 2. Code drift. The same pattern shows up in code. You build something step by step, refine it, adjust logic, improve structure, and then suddenly, the system reintroduces code that was already removed or shifts direction entirely, as if it's optimizing for something different than your original objective, not because it's broken, but because it's not anchored to the evolution, the way you are. Experience 3. Image drift. Even in image generation, you can see it. You make small, controlled adjustments, iteration after iteration, and within a few steps, the image begins to lose alignment with the original intent. Not dramatically, just enough to change direction. Core insight. So, across documents, code, and visuals, the pattern is consistent. AI doesn't collapse, it diverges, and if you're not actively managing that divergence, you inherit the outcome. Section 1. Delegate steps, not outcomes. Most people delegate like this. Take this and improve it. That's where drift begins. Instead, delegate bounded actions. Restructure only, summarize only, modify specific sections only. The more open-ended the task, the more room there is for silent deviation. Section 2. Track state, not just output. The biggest mistake isn't using AI. It's assuming the system remembers what matters. It doesn't. So you have to track what changed, what should not change, what defines correctness. If you're not tracking state, you're relying on memory that doesn't exist. Section 3. Create checkpoints. Don't wait until the end to review. By then, you're not reviewing, you're reconstructing. Instead, validate key sections early, confirm structure periodically, verify logic before moving forward. Short feedback loops prevent long-term drift. Section 4. Protect critical elements. Some parts of your work should never be exposed to repeated transformation, core logic, key numbers, final decisions. Isolate them. Lock them. Reinsert them when needed. Because those are the first places drift becomes expensive. Section 5. Redefine your role. The highest value shift isn't using AI faster, it's operating differently. The role is no longer the person who builds everything. It becomes the person who maintains alignment over time. You're not just producing output, you're managing integrity. Summary. AI isn't the problem, and it's not about whether you should trust it. It's about how you use it. If you treat it like a fully reliable delegate, you inherit silent risk. If you treat it like a system that needs structure, you gain leverage. A call to action. If you're interested in how systems actually behave and how to operate inside them strategically, subscribe to SRR Strategic Intelligence, because once you start seeing these patterns, you don't unsee them. Like the video. Subscribe, stay close. This is SRR Strategic Intelligence. Thank you for watching.